This is my public video journal entry for Monday, February 3rd, 2025. No comments, no tomfoolery 4.4. I woke up early but decided to wait to log in this morning until after 6 o'clock because if I could, I'd like to start out with a Meyer order and check it out. Right off the bat, 602, 1750 Meyer order, only 11 items to shop, 14 miles. So not too bad on the mileage. I can live with that. Um, and customer A is just one package of ibuprofen. That's it. Pretty easy. And then seven things to shop for in the grocery side for the other customer. Um, this right here, this third item over, that was I never even paid attention to this in the store. It was like salmon jerky. I might have to try that sometime. It sounded good. And then the customer B had two like gallons of Ice Mountain. They didn't have that, and so I sent that shelf picture of they had the larger bottles. And you see here the customer never responded. I a associate while I was standing there waiting for a response came out with a pallet of water he was about to stock. And I was like, hey, is that by chance any of that Ice Mountain? He's like, no, it's all Meyer brand. And but he asked me what I needed, and I showed him the picture. He went back in the back room, came back out, and said they didn't have that. And then, as you see here, no response. And there was an option to refund the item, so I just went ahead and refunded. And so on the first customer, I thought this was really nice. It says, leave at the door, apartment such and such. Feel free to call to save yourself walking up 3 flights of steps. And again, that was for the ibuprofen customer. But I thought that was really cool and really nice of that customer. I've been dashing for over 2 years now. What is it? Over 3,500 deliveries, and that's the first time I've ever had a customer send a message like that lived on an upper floor. That's the first time. Now I have had kind of similar situation. I have had orders going to hotels where the customer just has me take it to the front desk. Similar but different. And I got to when I got to that customer, it's an apartment complex I've delivered to many times before, and for the most part, don't have any problems there. But for whatever reason, on this particular order, the pin location was wrong. GPS, and it's still dark outside. I pull in, and GPS directs me to the very first building when you pull in, and that wasn't it. So, the guy said that I could call, so I did. And this guy was like super nice. He directed me to and he was standing outside and directed me right to where he was, and he was pretty cool. Um, he said, "Yeah, he was like, I don't know why they can't get GPS correct for all the apartments in here." And I told him how I said, oh, I live in an apartment too, and I had to do it myself. I'm the one that called Apple. I'm the one that called, or I shouldn't say call, but emailed Google and Apple and took pictures and sent in all the information. I did all of it for this apartment. And then of course I had to mess with this right here, then and say that the pin position was wrong. says it's 6:47, and delivered the second one at 6:58. So 10.50 from DoorDash, $2 tip on the first one, and then $5 for the second one. So this took all total 50 56 minutes. And it would have been about 10 minutes less than that had I not had the water issue and, pulled up into the wrong apartment building and got out of my car and wandering around the wrong place. This could have been done in less than 45 minutes, but, still not bad. And just minutes later, I'm coming back to zone. I went ahead and took this. $29, 20 miles. You see here, I'm not back to zone yet, and I got to go to the south side from Meyer, and then I got to track all the way back up to South Columbus. And not only that, check out the item count here, 69 items. But I was like, you know what? I think I think I'd rather just spend the time. Like, if I could do this in an hour and a half, I'd be happy, because that's practically a $20 an hour rate. So if I could have this done start to finish in an hour and a half, I'd be happy with that. And I think this morning, I think I'd rather work on one big order like this rather than, take the chance of having to do 5 or 6 food delivery orders. So let's go ahead and do this. I get to the store, and it's just 69 items, but just 49 things to shop for. And customer B was easy. That's just a sack of potatoes and 3 those little pasta side pouches. Just 3 of those. They were all in one section, and that was easy. And then the huge order for the other customer. Um, so guess what? Guess what I did not see. And well, okay. So okay, now I'm thinking of maybe that's a different order. Okay. Um, so these cherries right here. I haven't like run into this situation before, but so I found the cherries. They were like 1 pound bags, and they were open at the top. And but you see here, the customer only wanted a quarter of a pound, and there was an associate right there, and I asked him. I said, "Can my customer only wants a quarter of a pound. Can I take cherries out of here and put them in other bags?" And he said I could. So, so yeah, I just took a bag over to the weigh scale and 2 other bags, and I just took out cherries until I got it down to a quarter of a pound. So that's good. I guess it's not really much different than if customer wants 6 bananas and there you see a bunch with 8 and you break 2 of them off of there. People do that all the time. So but still, these were like in bags and everything. So I didn't know if it would be the same as like with bananas, but now I know. Finished shopping at 7:50. So this took. So I got there at 7:12. So 38 minutes. In fact, the cashier, she knows I'm a DoorDash driver, and she was curious, how long the shopping took me, and I told her. She's like, yeah, that's not. She was like, that's not bad. 38 minutes for all this. That whole basket was full. I had like 2 waters underneath the cart and like a 24 pack of pop and some other case of something. I can like there was two small packs of water and one bigger one, and the 24 case of pop. And this was a heavy basket. Finished both drop-offs at 8:33, so it was like an hour and 28 minutes. So I did it. I did it in less than an hour and a half. So that's I didn't make too much on tips for this one. It's kind of surprising. Most of the money came from DoorDash here, 21.50 from DoorDash, and $5, and then the $5 was from the big order that delivered first, and then the 250 was that small order. And I believe, yes, the well, what was kind of nice about that big huge order, originally it was supposed to be hand to customer, but just as I was pulling up, she messaged me and said I could just leave it by the door. So, I replied, okay, and a thumbs up, and I was able to just leave everything at the door. So pretty easy. It didn't need, or well, even if I wanted to, I couldn't use my wagon. But I parked on the street right in front of the house, but there was like a few steps to walk up, so I had to make a few trips, but it was close. And like I said, $29 for that. I'm heading back, and almost back to zone, as you can see here, and I get a 1250 11-mile Panera going south. So yeah, you know let's keep driving here. Let's keep the wheels moving. And that took, what is this, 23 minutes for 1250. Pretty good. That was just like one iced chai tea latte and one sack of food. Pretty easy. And that delivered to I think this is the one that delivered to, it's like a country house with like a really long driveway, and I didn't deliver to the customer. There was a whole bunch of these dudes doing some kind of construction there or whatever. But they knew who the order was for. Says at 9:07. 20.99 for 10 miles Meyer, 18 items. I'll take it. This is a 50 something dasher special right here. And I get there about 8 minutes later. Kind of a heavy order here. You see a 12 pack amount, well, two 12 packs. And so the big bottles of Simply juices, there's like 4 of those. And then I can't remember like right offhand the rest of the order. Get inside the store, and guess what? Like, you don't see it here on this screenshot, but guess what? One of the first items I saw once I walked in, folks, can you believe it? 2 days in a row, I get an order with something from the meat counter. Are you? What's the odds of that? Absolutely crazy. Today, though, a Monday at 9:16 in the morning, completely, totally different story than a Saturday or Sunday after 10 a.m. This morning, no customers. In fact, there was nobody whatsoever in that area at all. Like, no customers, no associate. So completely different than yesterday. And so I kind of walked over to the suit. Well, kind of next to that is the sushi, and I asked that person, like, "Hey, is there somebody over here in the meat?" And then she got the attention of somebody else, and then that person said, "Oh, yeah, she'll be right over." So I stood over there. I waited, a minute or two or whatever, and then the lady came over. And then I wanted to time it because I went off on that rant yesterday, and I said that any customer that gets something from the deli counter, you're talking like a bare minimum of about 15 minutes per customer. So I timed it. Next screenshot. Okay, so that first one is at 9:16. 9:21 is when the associate handed me the completed 2 pounds of turkey breast. 5 minutes. So did I like? I couldn't have over exaggerated yesterday, did I? Me exaggerate? I don't I don't know. It doesn't seem right, but maybe I did. I don't know. I could have exaggerated. I don't know. Oh shoot. Had that shopped at 9:34. So that's pretty quick, even with that 5 minute wait. So that what is that? That's 19 minutes. I had that shopped. There you see, I had to substitute those Hawaiian rolls. So there's a couple other bread items that those were kind of. They didn't just order like regular bread. It was like this Pepperidge Farm swirly rye bread. You can barely see it there; it's cut off. And there was some other kind of uh, another weird kind of bread, kind of difficult to find. Delivered at 9:53. So this was what is that? 46 minutes made $21. And this delivered, is this the one that let's go back to the original. Yeah. The okay, so the and also not pictured here is I remember this now. 2 gallons of milk. So you had the heaviest things was like the four Simplies, the two 12 packs, 2 gallons of milk, and this delivered to a third floor apartment. So another little tip here. I've probably talked about this before in past videos, but uh, catering bags on orders like this come in really, really handy. This whole order fit in two of my catering bags. And what I try to do is I try to even out the weight is best as I can. So right off the bat, I put like two Simplies in one catering bag, two in the other. Put 1 gallon of milk in one bag, one in the other. A 12 pack in each bag. I started with that heavy stuff. Then all the other bags I kind of, distributed between my two bags, and they were like equal weight. And I manhandled both of them up 3 flights up to that third story apartment. But the customer did tip, as you see here, $10.74. So thank you. This customer understood what was involved and this delivering this order and tipped over $10, and so much appreciated. Thank you. So that's at 9:53. Um, this is just too far away. And now at this point, now we're at 10 o'clock. I was kind of wanting to just dash until just before like 11, and just whatever money I made up until that point, and shut things down and get like some fast food lunch. And but this right here, this was too far. So this was a decline. And and then I went ahead and took this. Yeah, let's do a quick banger here. I was kind of heading in that direction, coming up on a traffic light, and then accepted this order, turned right at the light, and head to Arby's. I get there, the guy's sacking up the food right when and putting the stickers on right when I walk in. It just delivers to an apartment complex, right? Just one traffic light over, basically. This took 11 minutes. So one, two, three, $2 from DoorDash, $3 tip, $5. Still got time for one, maybe two more orders here. I'm still in the apartment complex when I get this. I haven't pulled away from the parking spot yet, and I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this so I don't get too many Sally Beauty. I should have clicked on. I was parked. I should have clicked on it to see what the one item was, but I didn't. But it is delivering clear up to Upper Arlington for only not even $11. So I wanted to do it, but I can't be stupid and and put all those miles on my car for just 10.75. So I declined it. This was just going to take too long, and I'd already done the 60 plus item shop, and then this one's 46 items, and it's delivering to Groveport. So if I would have, and I don't think I took a look at the list. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't even look at the list here. Um, but if I probably would have took this if I wasn't wanting to shut down at 11. I would have took this, but I declined it. And so here's a acceptance rate check here that took me to 52%. Finished the dash with 54%. This was a decline too, was it? Yes. 10.75, 11 miles. And this one I looked at the items, and pretty scary right here that the two stem bamboo in snake ceramic. Uh, no way would I take this. Um, there's probably at least two, maybe three different parts in the store that could be in. And it's going to be, I'm not like, I know a little bit about flowers and stuff like that, but not a lot. That's going to be hard for me to find. So I wonder if this was a early Valentine's Day order from this customer, maybe. I don't know. But decline. And then this I can do, and I'm pretty sure this was my last order. So $7, 6 mile. Yeah, let's just do a McDonald's order. It's 10:22 here. By the time I wanted to stop at 11, it's going to be really close to 11 before I deliver this and come back. So I went ahead and took this. Order was ready when I got there. It was kind of heavy. It had 3 large drinks in it, but still everything fit in one sack. The customer gave really helpful instructions on this, not to turn in one entrance but go to another entrance. And GPS also, even if they wouldn't have left those instructions, GPS didn't have me turn in the construction entrance anyway. So, and this just took 18 minutes to make the $7. That's better than a $20 an hour rate. I'll take it. $2 and from DoorDash, $5 tip for $7. And that's it at 10:40. Almost made goal. Stopping early today at 10:41. So 4 hours, 40 minutes total dash time. I was active for 4 hours. So we'll just say 92 divided by 4, 23 bucks an hour. Sweet. And 8 deliveries completed. And so my mileage was 83 miles. So even though I did do some longer deliveries today, that double Meyer and that last delivery, and I still was better than goal on miles. Um, and then now at 3,584 lifetime DoorDash deliveries. And that is it. And that's it for today. We'll do this all again another day. Maybe possibly between tomorrow and Friday, if I get out early from the W-2, I might jump on, for an hour, 2 hours, something like that. Well, I know they were. I heard that they were really really light over the weekend. So we'll see like what happens tomorrow and this week if through the week it's going to be real light volume too. We'll see. But thanks guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to drive safe out there, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again.